هلا، جيت لكم مقطع جديد. طبعا نبدأ بالمقدمات ويلا نكمل. ف ايوه، ذكرت دحين وين نروح؟ ما تذكرت. ايش رايكم فيني؟ اوكي يلا نكمل. كايتو.
Welcome back. You're so beautiful,
او
Saori-san.
ماي جاد، انا استحيت الماي
Like a
صراحة.
You should dress like that all the time, Saori-kun.
Yeah, good luck finding clients.
I'm changing.
لا يقول البسي كذا دايما.
There's a good chance Hashki's murder was premeditated, just like Chairman Kajihira suspected.
ما شاء الله على طول
That's the
رجعت لوضعية.
conclusion you and Saori-kun reached?
Yeah, Hashki thought something was up with 89, doubted the authenticity of the research, seemed convinced they had fabricated data. He was desperately searching for proof before he died.
But was there anything actually wrong with it?
I tried analyzing the paper myself to find
أتوقع
out.
أيوه
but
في
it's-
حاجة
it
في
was
بلى
written
في
in a different
العقار.
language. I'm searching for someone more knowledgeable as we speak, but nobody seems to suspect any foul play, not even online.
Yet Hashki was still searching for issues, and if he had managed to find one...
The ADDC would be long gone by now.
Then they murdered
Yep.
Hashki to keep the secret
أكيد
safe?
أخفى.
Don't be
مستحيل
ridiculous.
خلاه.
Who would kill a man just to protect a research paper?
It might not be as unlikely as you think. The ADDC has been bringing in billions of government yen ever since they published that paper. With that
Yep.
much cash involved, bumping someone off wouldn't be out of the question.
عشان الفلوس،
The
كل شيء عشان
question is,
الفلوس يعني.
Who killed Hashki?
شيء تافه والله،
A
يقتلون
professional
الناس عشان
assassin, if I had to
الفلوس.
guess.
الأرواح أهم من
A man in the
الفلوس.
black raincoat.
If he was an assassin, that would mean someone hired him.
يب.
Yeah. Someone who wanted to protect 89 and the ADDC. But who? Can't begin to imagine. But apparently Kido was out hyping up 89, raking in tons of dirty money in the process.
دحين وين
Guy might
الكراش
even
حقي؟
be
ليش
involved
مو
with the
معاهم؟
Yakuza.
هو أهم
You're really
واحد.
suspicious of him, Yagami-san.
Well, if it looks like a rat.
Maybe Shintani got too close to the truth, and Kido offed him for it.
يب
The thought has
شكله.
crossed my mind.
شكله عرف.
Don't think we can say that for sure without looking more into Kido, though.
But judging from our last visit, that won't be
أحس
as
لو
easy as you make
ندور
it sound.
يمكن نحصل
He's
حاجة،
practically a celebrity at this point.
لأنه
Well,
مستحيل كل شيء يقدر
maybe if we
يخفونه
can't
مية
get him to
بالمية.
talk,
ما في شيء
prosecutor's
كامل، ما في
office
شيء
can.
بيرفكت.
Huh? What do you mean?
I've got a meeting
طبعا أنا
with
نسيت
Izumida
لي
tomorrow.
قهوة.
They're calling me in.
تليفون عاد. أوف
Isn't that the
حقتي لازم
prosecutor who
قهوة.
was trying to get you arrested?
مو قهوة
He can
عربية
try
يعني
all he
كابتشينو
wants.
كذا
That's what this
نسكافيه.
meeting's about.
No
على
chance
حسب
in
اللي
hell
عندي
he
يعني.
agrees to
توفر
help us
سويته
then.
وشربت.
All depends on how this little chat goes. If I can convince him I'm innocent, I'll clear my name and put the squeeze on Kido all in one fell swoop.
يب.
What are you planning, Yagami-san?
أوكي يلا نروح.
Yo, I guess it's good we...
ياو. طيب وين نروح؟ هذه الأشياء نجمعها عشان تجيب لنا دراهم لما نبيعها. اوكي في هنا كمان واحدة. كم معايا؟ اوكي باقي نفس المبلغ. والله اشياء حلوة عشان نبيعها. بعده اوكي انا ذكية ترى قطيع تجميع يعني لما ما اصور اسوي المهام جانبية. طبعا في بعض المهام الجانبية ما تخلص للأبد، زي ابو الشعر اللي شعره كل شوية يطير وياخذ شخص ثاني ونقعد نلحق وراه ويلا. ها هاي تعال طلع البيت، بيتي، المكتب، البيت، كل واحد. اوكي لا يا زلمة، ما حد ارسل لي حاجة. ما شاء الله بابي مفتوح. يلا نام. good night. يلا يحط جوال برضو على العام. انا جوالي 24 ساعة صامت. العام هذا انا ما اعرفه، ما اعرف احط
Yo,
جوالي على العام. مرة ثانية بسم الله علينا.
got a message for you from Kuroiwa. Says to drop by the Tokyo Public Prosecutor's office. Izumi is waiting for you.
Why'd you have to come here to tell me that? Would have been easier to talk on the phone.
I
من
got a
جد
bad feeling about all this.
Huh?
يقول عندي احساس سيء بشان
Feels
كل
like
هذا.
I'm never gonna see you again if you get yourself locked up now.
Come on, don't be like that.
هيا عاد
Even
لا
if I
تقول
do get
كذا.
arrested, I won't say a word about your little side job. That's what you're worried about, right?
يقول
Yep.
اخاف اني ما عاد راح
I
اقدر
might have to
اشوفك مرة
send someone
ثانية.
to bump you off in prison if you rat me out.
Like you could pull that off. Aren't you busy dusting off Kuroiwa's boots?
I'm laying low, that's all.
Speaking of, I have a question for you now that you're off your leash. Why do they think I killed Shintani? They have to have a reason, right?
هيا علمنا.
You've gotta know.
Well,
اكيد تعرف.
funny enough, I don't.
اما
Kuroiwa
هاد
won't share a shred of info with anyone but his closest partners. Not sure why.
Gotcha.
Now, get over to the prosecutor's
قال ما
office.
يعرف ليش يبي
Sorry,
يقبضون
but
علي
you
انه
gotta cover your own cab
قتلت
fare.
شنتاي. يعني شيء
Yeah, I
يقهر
know.
للأمانة. كذا يجوني بياخذوني على الفاضي. يلا نكمل. ما رجع يجي ياخذون إنسان وما يقولوا له إيش فيه بالضبط. يلا نروح عند التبن المتبن. حتى ذا قلق علي، قال أخاف إنك تروح وما عاد ترجع. قام قال له لا أنت خايف إني لا أوشي بك، يعني علم عليك. قام قال له ايوه صح كلامك، بس هو واضح عليه انه خايف على هذا، واضح انه حبه. يا اخي ما في احد ما يحب ياقومي، انسان رائع نزيه، يعني يساعد، ما يظلم احد، ما ياكل حق احد، ما في احد ما راح يحبه الا الوسخين صراحة راح يكرهونه. ليش؟ لأنه عكسهم يعني، فما راح يحبونه. مهمة جانبية والله دي. خلنا نكلمه، نجيب لنا أشياء نقاط، أخاف في مضاربة قدام. أنا طبعا يمدحون سكيب. اوكي شفته. انا يلا نروح. يا اخي ماني مطمنة للروحة دي. اوكي عندي 10,100، ما اقدر حتى اقوي الهيلث يعني. ودينا لمركز الشرطة. اتوقع هذا اول خيار. قص هذاك مكتب المدعي، لا خطني والله ما ادري.
I've been waiting for you, Yagami-san.
ما
Rolling
فهمت.
out the red carpet, huh?
Izumida was hoping you'd lower your guard if
قالت أنا
I
انتظرك،
was
قام
the
قال
first
لها
person you
تفرشي
saw
لي
here.
السجادة الحمراء.
Man never changes. He loves
آه
his
يا
mind
قلبي
games.
ضحكني.
Yagami-kun, how did they convince you to come?
I heard your
قالت
pal
كيف
Izumida
أقنعك
wants to
إنك تجي؟
chat. And
قال
depending
سمعت
on what I
إنه
say,
هذا
he
شو
may
اسمه
or
شو
may
اسمه
not try to arrest me.
يبغى يدردش.
I'm not sure it'll be quite like that.
Huh? Then what's
قالت
it
له ما
gonna be?
أظن راح تكون الوضع هادي زي ما توقعت.
Well, you're about to get thrown to the wolves.
الله
Hey,
قالت له
puff
راح
you.
Good luck.
سوف يتم إلقائك
Excuse me. I've
للذئاب.
brought Yagami-san.
Much appreciated.
أوه هلا والله
Huh.
4
Even the
أغبياء.
chief prosecutor's in on this.
Please come in.
جابوا الادعاء العام كمان. جابوا ذا صلوعي.
So these are the wolves. A room full of prosecutors, huh?
والله مو ذئاب.
Yagami-sensei, I believe Kuroiwa-san already told you this, but we want to talk to you about Shintani-sensei's murder.
أوكي.
However, this is not a courtroom. We're not strangers.
يقول نحن من
wolves.
أغرباء وهذا
Just try
مقاعة
to
محكمة.
relax.
نبي نتكلم عن قضية قتل شنتاني. يضحكون.
Yeah, relax, right. I'm not telling you what you want to hear, though. You want me to
قال ما
say
راح
I
أقول لك
killed
اللي
Shintani,
تبغى
right? Sorry,
تسمع صح؟
not happening.
قالت تباني أقول إني قتلت شنتاني صح؟
Burden
آسف.
of proof's on you
ما راح
anyway.
يحصل.
So why don't we start there? Why do you think I did it?
من جد ليش
Yagami-sensei.
تقول إنه ياقم اللي سواها؟
Where were you on the night of Shintani-sensei's murder?
Answer my question with another question? That's not very nice.
أوه هذا الشيء اللي أنا أكرهه. اللي يسأل وقفت عشان هذا الشيء النقطة أنا أكرهها لما أسأل سؤال يقوم الشخص يسألني السؤال يسأل سؤال بالسؤال يعني ما يديني الجواب لا يعطيني
Do you
السؤال
have an
يلا
alibi for
نكمل.
that evening?
You heard of a company called KJ Art? The place is a front for some Kansai Yakuza, the Kyorei clan. On the night of the crime, I was near there with their captain, Shioya. He'll back my story up, I'm sure.
And care to explain why Shintani-sensei's corpse was found in your office?
I was hoping you could tell me. Maybe the real killer could answer that for you.
من جد
Naturally.
أنت علمنا
That's
أنت
why I called
يا
you
قلبي
here.
المدعي والتحقيق معاك كل شيء معاك والأدلة علمنا. ألو
Mind if I
أتحفنا.
interject?
Go right ahead, Morita-san.
Yagami-san, you stole a look at Shintani-sensei's call history before the police arrived, yes? Not long before his death, he placed a call to the Advanced Drug Development Center. Knowing that, you barged into the center and interrogated both Kido-san and Shono-san. Why would you do such a thing?
I wanted to figure out what made Shintani a target. Who wanted him dead?
Is that not the police's job?
I
طب
couldn't
يلا
leave it
سووا
to
عملكم
them.
إذا هذا
Or
عملكم.
the prosecution. After all, you guys have a bad habit of going after the wrong guy.
مرة
Right now.
مرة
I
من جد
see.
عندهم عادة
So
سيئة
you mean to imply
يمسكون
someone else
الشخص
killed
الغلط.
Shintani-sensei. Do you have anything that could prove that claim?
إيش؟ أنا كنت مرة مبسوطة مع الأحداث. إيش قال؟ راح أقول سوف أفعلها ولا هذا السبب أنا هنا؟ يلا
Want
نقول
proof?
راح أفعل.
I think I can find it.
This better not be a waste of time.
Funny, I could have said the same thing when you dragged me in here.
من جد.
Yes. Please begin.
أوكي دحين هذا يقول نقدر ننتفع حتى نحن منه عشان نقدر
Before we
نعرف.
get to Shintani's murder, there are a few things I need to cover. 1
Okay.
year ago, the ADDC published a research paper on a new drug they were developing called 89. This drug has gained global recognition as the thing that may finally cure Alzheimer's disease. What hasn't gained recognition is the fact that someone from the ADDC was murdered 6 months ago.
An ADDC member murdered? Who?
أوه لحظة، أنا برضه ترى الأسامي شوية. طيب شو اسمه وشو اسمه، أنا نسيت. أتوقع هذا صح؟ هاياكي أتوقع، والله ما أدري، إن شاء الله هو. أي صح، الحمد لله
The
هو.
vice
يب
director,
يو.
Toru Hashiki. Hashiki was seen arguing with a strange man in Kamurocho before being found lying beaten in the street. He died in the hospital 3 weeks later. The culprit
Okay.
is still at large. Did you know of this case?
It's the first I've heard of it.
Understandable. It
Oh
didn't
my
make many
god، يقول
headlines.
أول مرة أسمع
Incidentally,
فيها.
this Hashiki guy had a pretty
ألو،
big secret.
Uh-huh.
وش وضعك أنت؟
Turns out he was working for the Kajihira Group, a massive construction
يا
company
أبوي
based
أنا
out
لو
of
محقق
Kansai.
لأبحث بعمق في الموضوع، وأي شيء له
Kajihira was
صلة
planning to
لأبحث.
redevelop the land the ADDC sits on. He'd already settled it with the Minister of Health. Had
ما
the
عندي
Kyoto
لعب أنا.
clan muscle in on the turf too. But the plan fell apart when 89 was announced. Kajihira ended up taking a pretty big hit. To the tune of 100 billion yen.
What?
أوف.
That's when Hashiki came in, swearing to Kajihira that he'd scuttle 89, no matter what it took. Just before he was beaten half to death, Hashiki went out with another member of the ADDC. Someone deeply involved in the development of 89. Someone he thought he could manipulate.
أوكي. أتوقع هذا اسمه. مشكلة حفظ. أتوقع إن شاء الله
I'm
هو.
sure you
يا
recognize this
صح.
man, Izumida-san. 3 years ago, he testified about the murder that had taken place at the
مشكلتي في حفظ
ADDC.
الأسامي، ما أنتم
He
ملاحظين؟ ماني
claimed he
قادرة
had
أحفظ
seen the
اسم واحد
victim,
فيهم.
a patient by the
حتى
name of
غيرت
Wako,
أساميهم.
still alive.
زي ذاك المحقق اسمه
I
أيوب.
remember him. You're referring to Dr. Shono.
Mm-hmm.
شونو.
He's also the head of the 89 research team. Hashiki was grilling Shono, convinced that there was something fishy going on with 89.
Like what?
He thought they'd fabricated data and falsified the effects of the drug. After all, it wasn't until rumors of closing the ADDC started swirling that Director Kido suddenly announced 89. Hashiki was convinced it was all too convenient to be coincidence. But that doubt didn't sit well with those who stood to rake in massive profits off 89's development.
Are you implying Hashiki's murder was premeditated?
يب.
Sounds like we're finally on the same page, Izumida-san.
إيزوميدا.
I had the
إيزوميدا
exact same
سان.
thought.
والله
Taking all
فتحت
this into
عيونك
account,
ما شاء الله.
doesn't it seem
أخيرا.
like there really is something fishy
صفنا
about
ولا لا؟
89?
بطل عباطة وخليك صفي. ترى العناد مو حلو.
But let's get back to Shintani. Just before he was murdered, he called the ADDC and tried to get in touch with a very
عمر
specific
العناد ما
someone.
جاب شيء.
Maybe
للأمانة
that phone
عمر
call
العناد
provoked
ما
whoever
نفع
was
ولا
trying to
جاب
hide
شيء.
the truth about 89. Shintani was an obstacle, just like Hashiki. He had to be removed. What I'm saying is, there's a chance anyone who gets too close to learning the true nature of 89 is being murdered. And if you haven't investigated down that path, then one thing's pretty clear. You have a lot more work to do before you can arrest me. Wouldn't you say? Answer me, Izumida!
من جد عندك كثير من العمل حتى قبل ما
If you
تكذب
still want
علي.
to bring me in, let's see some proof. All these prosecutors, and nobody's got any proof.
That's quite a theory, Yagami-san. Truly fascinating. There were details in there even we weren't aware of. You've clearly done your homework.
I'd be glad to hand over my findings if it'll help. After all, 89's practically a household name at this point. Lifting the lid on it might be too much for me to handle all on my own. And besides, I think I'd rather work with you than Izumida here.
من جد.
You need to lose the attitude, Yagami.
معلش.
Sorry, I need to take this. Yes, hello? Is that so? Yes. You've
يقول
done
تحتاج
excellent work.
تتخلص
Thank
من
you.
هذه التصرفات يا قمي، الأفعال. انقل عيالة.
Just so you're aware, the prosecution has made a coordinated effort with law enforcement. We've already submitted a request for the court to issue a warrant. I'm sorry for the call, but that was the verification of our request, you see.
You're still gonna arrest me after all this, huh?
Fortunately, you're not the one under arrest.
What?
I wouldn't celebrate. We're not done with you just yet. It's in the
بيقبضون على
interest
مين؟
of closing the case.
Listen here, Yagami. You know who Shintani's killer was?
مين؟
It's your old friend, Ayabe.
What؟
What?
أيوب؟ لا
Striations on the
مستحيل.
recovered bullet are a perfect match to his firearm. There's no
No.
doubt. He's the one. Like it or not, he's going down.
نو مستحيل. عشان تساعدني يعني. مستحيل عشان تساعدني. ما أتوقع، لا 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 لا، ما أتوقع أيوب سواها، لا مستحيل مستحيل، أنا ماني قادرة أستوعب للآن، لا. بس كيف قدر يدخل المكتب كذا بالتخفي؟ نشيل الملخص بسرعة بسرعة، أنا ماني فاضية أنا. مستحيل كذا، لا لا تصدموني عن نهاية الحلقة، لا 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 لا، عن نهاية الشابتر قصدي. أنا توترت شوي حتى رجلي لا يا أخي مستحيل والله.
Striations on the recovered bullet are a perfect match to his firearm.
يقول الرصاصة،
There's no doubt.
غلاف الرصاصة
He's the
من
one.
شو اسمه،
Like
إنه
it or not,
مطابق
he's going
موجودة. ها؟ اللي حقت المحقق. كيف كذا؟
Apologies for keeping you in the dark. It was imperative for Ayabe to be completely oblivious to our suspicions of him, after all.
اوكي
This
قالوا
is a
نحن
murder
عشان
charge
سوينا
against
كذا
an active officer.
عشان نبغى نقبض على
To put
أيوبي.
it plainly, it takes
اللي هو
more
أيوب.
effort to actually make an arrest.
حرفيا أنا رجلي ما هي راضية توقف،
We
أنا
had
من
to
كثر
pretend you were
الصدمة
our
اللي جتني.
primary suspect.
إيش
down. You and
هذا؟
Ayabe have gotten to be pretty
أنا
cozy
مشكلتي
these
زي يا قومي
days.
أثق في الناس.
Suspecting you was the perfect
وحصل
way to
التبن.
divert his attention.
I see. So this was all some kind of act.
An act?
يعني هذا كله تمثيل؟
Not at all, I assure you.
قال لا
I
هذا
believe
مو
you should
تمثيل،
know.
أنا أكد
We're aware
لك.
of Ayabe's side job.
What؟
Ayabe
يعرف-
was an informant, a
ي-
spy.
ي-
He was selling police intel on the black market. We plan to
يعرفون إن
investigate those
أيوب إنه
transactions
كان
thoroughly, Yagami-san. And so,
يسرب
it
المعلومات.
wouldn't surprise me in the slightest if we see you again in the near future.
Speak of the devil, we were just talking about you, Ayabe-san.
أيابي-san.
Listen, Yagami, you gotta help. Someone set me up. They're
شفت
saying
أنا
I
قلت إنه مو
killed
هو
Shintani.
مستحيل.
Me.
Uh-huh.
You're not surprised?
Not quite, already heard. I'm sitting here with the prosecution as we speak.
Huh?
Yeah. They're looking right at me.
كيف طالع من
Please,
فيه.
Yagami, you have to take my case. I don't know
أوكي.
where else to turn.
ساعدنا يا
Okay.
قومي، لازم نساعده،
I'll do it.
لازم نرد المعروف.
It's
نحن ما
only
لنا ناس
fair
ننسى
after all
المعروف.
you've done.
يب.
We can talk more later. I'll be there soon.
يلا لازم نروح له. Cheers, baby.
So, I'll see you in court then. Who do you have on the job? Izumita?
Should be a good time.
يب.
Someone is using you, prosecutor. No matter who that person is, I'm not losing.
من جد أنا ما راح أخسر. في النهاية الحقيقة تطلع للنور.
So that's the story, Kenda-sensei.
دايما تطلع.
We're gonna take the
دايما
case.
تطلع والله، لو
Of course we
مهما
are.
حاولوا
Anyway,
إخفائها
you're gonna go
تطلع.
talk to Ayabe, right?
كذا
I'll send
عدالة
Hoshino
من الله كذا.
Yep. I'm heading over right now.
لأن الله إيش قال؟ الإنسان لو إيش ما عمل طيب راح ياخذ جزاؤه في الدنيا وفي الآخرة. جزاؤه في الدنيا وفي الآخرة، يعني مستحيل يعيش حياته من دون ما ياخذ العمل اللي عمله. مستحيل. الله، الإنسان يحس براحة كذا لما يدري إن الله خاص هو بياخذ حقه بدون هو ما يسوي شيء. أحيانا صحيح يتأخر الموضوع، بس إنه يجيكم أوف أوف ويكبروا كل ما تأخر كل ما الواقعة كانت أكبر. والله شيء عجيب، شيء عجيب، سبحان الله. والله الحمد لله يعني. يلا تعالوا هلا، تعالوا احتاج نقاط. واضح انك مواجهة قوية راح تكون قدام.
What a waste.
ما ادري ليش احس ضاق قوي اللي راح اقاتله، اللي لابس معطف المطر، القاتل الاساسي. ما ادري من هو.
I've been waiting for you. We can.
يب بعد يا قلبي، والله معليش. انا نتكلم اول شيء
Hey,
الفاذر حقنا،
good luck down.
الاب، استغفر الله. كأنه اب يعني هو ده، والله كأنه
It seems the news of
أبوه.
Ayabe's arrest.
يهو ايش في تتناوبون على الكلام ولا ايش في؟ اوكي اخذ هذا معايا يلا. والله معليش. انا اشوف الساعة كم. اوكي اقرب سيارة تاكسي هنا. والله مسكين ذا الولد الصغير، اخذته معي مرمطه. والله انه كيوت، رجال مو ولد صغير والله. ليش الواحد يبان بالمواقف ذكر رجال ولا باقي بزر؟ بيجي 500,000
An on-duty
تقريبا
detective
600,000
arrested for
وصل
murder.
مليون.
Now this is a shock.
Try not to look so happy about it then.
This is Hoshino-sensei from the Genda Law Office. He's young, but he's reliable.
Oh, here I thought
Yep.
the great Takayuki
صغير
Yagami would
لكنه
represent me.
It's been years since I
ما شاء الله عليه
defended someone in
موهوب.
court. I'll still be
ريع.
gathering all the evidence, though. Don't worry, it worked
الواحد
for
يقدر
Hama.
يعتمد عليه.
I'm Hoshino. I'll do
والله
whatever it
صار
takes
رجال
to
مو
clear your
بالعمر
name.
You sure, kid?
بالمواقف، بالاعتماد عليه.
Shintani was practically your boss, huh? If I'm really the killer...
Well, I
يعني
mean,
انت في
you're
واحد
not
كذا
the
عمره
killer,
كبير شوي
right?
تصير لك كأنه بالضبط. استغفر الله.
He's not the killer, is he?
Probably not.
What do you mean, probably?
انت اعطينا المعلومات اللي عندك عشان نحن نعرف
I hear your
نتصرف.
gun's the one Shintani was murdered.
Yep.
يب.
Apparently the rifling on the bullet matched.
اتوقع شنو ساعدني
What's
اوقعوا فيه.
rifling again?
Really?
Sorry.
So, guns have these spiral-shaped grooves on the inside of the barrel to stabilize the bullet's trajectory. These grooves are called the rifling, and leave a mark on the bullet itself.
Whoa.
اوكي.
Now, the rifling's
أي حتى أنا ما
slightly
كنت
different on
ما
every
كنت
gun.
أعرف إيش معنى
Kinda
الكلمة
like its
بالإنجليش،
fingerprints.
بس إني أعرفها في
Apparently,
الحقيقي.
the marks
في
on the
الحقيقي
bullet
في
that killed
الحقيقي قصدي
Shintani
بالعربي.
matched my gun's rifling.
يا ربي
So
كلجات
your gun
أبدع
must have
لكم
killed
دائما
Shintani
أنا.
Sensei.
Yeah. It was the murder weapon, for sure. So,
Yep.
someone used my gun to commit the crime, and I'm being set up.
يب أحد أوقع فيه.
But how?
You remember
جد
the day he
كيف؟
died? we were having a nice stiff drink at Tender. You, me, and Kaito.
Yeah, I remember. That was my first
yep,
time
yep.
meeting Kuroiwa.
I hung around after you guys beat
ليش
him.
هذا ما يكون له يد؟
Once in a while till I decided to
ليش
go
ما
home.
يكون
Thing is,
كوروروروروا؟
I don't remember what happened next.
هو
Huh?
Someone smacked me in the back of the head. Crept up so I couldn't see.
بمعطف المطر.
You got ambushed?
اوه ماي جاد لو
was
طلع
this?
هو
Close to the
السيناريو.
bar,
اوه
I
ماي
bet.
جاد.
But I'm not
القبض
sure.
عليه راح يكون
It all
أصعب.
happened so damn fast.
بس نحن كذاب.
Some great detective work there.
What do you expect? Whoever knocked me out moved me too. That just fucks with things even more.
Moved you to where?
Random bench over in the Kamurocho Children's Park. Not a soul around when I came to.
That's a ways from Tender. They must have taken you in a car.
يب
How long were you out for?
أكيد
Hour
أخذ
so
السيارة.
tops. But as I found out later, that hour's when Shintani was murdered. With my fucking gun.
So the real killer still has your gun?
يب
Yeah. It was
لا.
in its holster when I woke up.
Wait, what?
وه
Whoever attacked me took my gun, murdered Shintani, then put it back where they found it, all within the course of an hour.
So the only thing missing was a bullet?
Not even that, if you'd believe it. They got rid of any sign
قال
it had ever
نفس
been used.
اللي قتل
Maybe
شنتاني
if we
أخذ
look at the
المسدس
bullet
وراح
from
رجعه.
Shintani's body.
Not gonna happen. Nothing spectacular about a single bullet.
By the way, did you tell anyone you got attacked?
No. I mean, nothing even got stolen. Reporting it just would have put me in more trouble.
Don't want to draw attention to your side job, huh? Sucks being a dirty cop. A real detective could have reported it.
Ah. Can't argue there.
The culprit must have been counting on that, though. They went after you specifically because they knew you wouldn't make a big deal out of it.
So it was all planned.
يعرفون إنه ما راح
Planned or
يكون
not,
شيء.
the bullet that killed Shintani ended up with your gun's rifling marks on it. There's no denying that.
Yep. I only found out when they hauled me in, though. No surprise they suspect me. There's no reason not to at this point. But none of my coworkers said a damn word. Hey, you know how Kuroiwa's been dragging me all over town with him? He probably just wanted to make sure I didn't skip town. Only just realized that now.
What did you say as your alibi? That you were knocked out in the park?
Not a very believable story.
Come on, you and I both know I didn't kill him. Somebody's pinning it on me.
أوكي
What do you
مصر
say,
إنه
Yagami?
مو هو قتله.
You think I got a chance?
يب
You'll be just fine.
ما عليك نحن بندور ونطلع اللي سوى كذا كل الشغل ده كله. ما عليك.
Nobody's gonna tell a guy his head's
نحن
on the
موهوبين.
chopping block.
أنا عندي دم محقق.
Listen up, Oshino-kun. Ayabe was set up by whoever killed Shintani. That's what we've got to work to prove.
You really trust Ayabe-san? What if
Yep.
he's lying to us?
He might be a dark stain on the force, but he's a decent guy. Smart, too.
يب
He
ما
wouldn't
أتوقع إنه
kill,
هو
especially not with his own gun.
من
Someone
جد
else did
هو
this.
ذكي ما راح يقتل
You
بنفس
think it's the
السلاح
mole?
حقه.
That's the most obvious suspect. Let's start by
Yep.
talking to someone close to the case. I've got a guy in mind.
Which would be... Oh, Captain Hamura.
Mm-hmm.
But nobody knows where he is, right?
ما عليك
It's
نحن
true.
نجيبه.
I wonder what Matsugane-san's thoughts are, though. If anyone's gonna know where to find Hamura, it's him.
Good. Well, I'll head back to the office then. I should tell Genda-sensei what we learned.
أوكي. باي. والله خاف يأذون لي هذا الولد. شو أسوي عاد؟ والله مشكلة عاد إذا أذوه. يا ويلهم مني والله. إيش قال أروح أسوي؟ Find way to meet. إيش دراني؟ هذا مكتب المحاماة صح؟ يب، مكتب المحاماة. وبس راح يكون هذا نهاية مقطعنا لليوم، ولا تنسوا اللايك والاشتراك في قناتي، وشكرا لكم وباي.